What's up, everybody? This is the Modern Day Prophet, and this is my channel. The universe is not what you think it is. Welcome. Today, this video is going to be titled The Real Reason That People Are Born Heterosexual and Homosexual in This World. And yes, I am going to explain why some people are born gay and some people are born straight. And I have heard many ridiculous reasons, as I'm sure you have, everything from demonic possession to mental illness, mental handicaps, all sorts of stuff. Uh, and all of it is a bunch of nonsense. I am going to tell you the real reason why some people are born homosexual and heterosexual. And before I get to the actual explanation, I just want to talk about how did it get to this point where people don't even know why people are heterosexual and homosexual. We have, or humanity has no idea how deceived it is. There is a huge veil over everyone's eyes, a huge deception. And I've talked about this before. The deception is twofold. It is religion and science, and to be more specific, is Christianity, Islam, and the theory of evolution. These things have fooled people to the point that it has caused tremendous suffering on this planet. These deceptions have caused tremendous suffering for three groups of people in particular. So, if you really want to know why nobody knows why people are gay or straight, why gay people have had to endure so much persecution for so long, it's all because of this deception, the deception of religion. We don't even have to talk about evolution today. We're going to just stick with religion and how this deception has caused so much suffering for black people, women, and gay people. These are the three groups that have suffered the most under this deception. And understand, because of this deception, let me say this. This isn't a conspiracy. There isn't a group of highly intelligent people trying to fool the rest of the world. Everybody is fooled by this deception. Nobody is immune to it. Well, with one exception, that being myself. I'm the only person that's immune to these deceptions. And prior to the deception of, we'll start with Christianity, we never even had to ask why people were gay because nobody cared. It didn't become an issue until this deception took root, the deception of Christianity, which started, about 2,000 years ago? 2,000 years. People have been in the dark. And like I said, prior to Christianity, nobody cared if you was gay or not. It wasn't a big deal. Most societies had openly gay people. The Greeks, the Romans, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Egyptians. Most societies, being gay was no big deal. It was just as normal as being straight until the Christian deception took root. That is when it became a problem. That is when the persecution started and the ignorance and unawareness. It all started with Christianity. Now, let that sink in. And like I said, it wasn't even just gay people that have suffered. It's also been black people and women. Just think about it. Let that sink in for a minute. That it should resonate what I'm saying right now. Think of, since Christianity, black people, women, and gay people have suffered tremendously. Do you think that's a joke? You think I'm making that up? You think I'm playing? And like I said, we're focused on gay people today because that's what the video was about. But because of Christianity, people cannot be openly gay anymore. And if people were found out to be gay or suspected to be gay, They will be tortured and murdered. That's what happened. That's why nobody could be openly gay anymore. Nobody could. It wasn't worth the risk. And and as a result of this deception, now, and because people couldn't be openly gay, it led to people having to have relationships with people who weren't gay, and children coming about as a result of this. So now, this is the perfect time for me to explain why people are born gay in the first place. People are born gay as a means to keep the human population in check. When people are gay and in gay relationships, they're not going to have children. So gay people can be born, so we can have it where people are still born into the world, but not increase the population exponentially. And that's the problem. Because of this deception and people not being able to be openly gay, now we're in a position where the world is overpopulated. The world is overpopulated probably by about 2 billion people. And and just to let y'all know, I speak on this issue in the book, Chapter 7, The Myth of Evolution. I talk about, the same subject. I'm probably going into a little more depth here in the video, but that this is in the book. And but because of this deception, now we're dealing with overpopulation. Like I said, to me, the most humane way to deal with overpopulation is to reduce the amount of children that we are bringing into the world. That is my thoughts on it. And that is the whole point of why people are born gay. It helps reduce the children coming into the world. The earth can only support so many living things. This includes humans. It can only support so many humans. So, if we overpopulate the planet, sooner or later, those numbers are going to have to be fixed. Whether they be fixed through war, murder, viruses, tsunamis, earthquakes, asteroids, who knows? But the numbers have to be fixed. That's why, in a sense, it's a blessing that people are even born gay, because it allows our population not to increase exponentially and put us at a point where where the population has to be reduced. It still has to be reduced, but not as much because of people being born gay. And I can assure you that if people weren't born gay, the human race would be a lot more savage, barbaric, and murderous than what we are right now. I can guarantee you that. So thank goodness that people are born gay. And not to mention, you may not have noticed, but a lot of gay people have higher IQs, more charismatic, better leaders, more talented overall. Because straight people, heterosexuals, their purpose is to propagate the species, to have children. That's not the purpose of gay people. And as a result, like I said, I believe that gay people have certain advantages because their purpose is not to propagate the species. And, I hope that clears it up. That is why we have gay people and straight people. It's all about the human population. We're under the impression, many of us, you religious people in particular, that the earth was put here for us. The earth was not put here for us. We were put here for the earth. We only exist for the service of the earth. The earth is more important than us. And the reason why everything was created within these ecological systems all around the earth is to maintain the balance of oxygen and carbon in the atmosphere. That is why we all exist. That is our purpose. So when we have overpopulated the planet by 2 billion people, those 2 billion people breathe oxygen and exhale carbon monoxide. That the 2 billion people is a huge carbon dump into the atmosphere. So at some point, if we don't get this population under control, it's going to be gotten under control for us, which once again is why I say we need to figure out or start figuring out a way to reduce the amount of children we are bringing into the world. And we need to do that immediately, as well as, the fossil fuel usage and, other things we're doing, chemicals in the ocean and such. But anyway, back to, why people were born homosexual and heterosexual. That's it. That's what it's all about. It's all about giving us a way to reduce the population without having to be so murderous. Like I said, the more we bring in, the more we overpopulate, the more people are going to have to die. And that's the way things really work. That's the truth of our reality. That's why the things happen the way they happen. But none of you will ever know that because of the veil that's over your eyes, because of this deception that is religion and science, the theory of evolution, and Christianity and Islam. And I've let Islam off the hook. I haven't really mentioned them, but they're just as bad, if not worse, than Christianity is right now, because Christianity is not quite as barbaric towards homosexuals as it used to be, but Islam is still very barbaric towards homosexuals and women, and in some places, Africans, black people. So, Israel and Christianity is and will always be a problem because religion will always be a problem. Religion, as long as religion exists, there will always be division, there will always be prejudice, and there will always be persecution, as long as religion exists in this world. Think about what I said. The whole reason gay people have had to go through all of this crap and persecution for thousands of years is strictly because of Christianity and Islam. They are the only two reasons. They are the exact reason, why gays have suffered so much. That's the reason. And that's the reason why blacks and women have suffered so much. And why other people have suffered that I haven't mentioned. Basically, if we're going to create an enlightened world, religion can't exist. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. As long as religion exists in this world, I'm going to say it again, there will always be division. That is what religion represents. It represents division. And as long as there's division, there's going to be hatred and prejudice and persecution. But anyway, I hope that my explanation resonates with you. It really does. Gay and straight, bi, in between, trans, everybody. I hope it resonates with everybody. Straights, if I didn't say straights, everybody. Anyway, y'all, thank you for watching this video. I love you all. I don't really care about the likes and everything. If you have any questions or comments, please post them. And please, the one thing I'm asking you to do is share the video. And if you want to purchase a copy of my book, The Universe is Not What You Think It Is, you can find it at Amazon.com. I promise you, there is no other book in the world like it. There is nobody in the world like me. There is nobody that can say or explain the things that I can explain. I will prove that with every video I make, every single one. But anyway, y'all, I love you. Peace.